Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. In response to Hurricane Helene, the City of Greensboro is sharing reputable resources for the community to assist our neighbors in western North Carolina. The American Red Cross is accepting monetary donations, blood donations, and volunteers. Instructions for how to make a donation are available on the agency's website. The North Carolina Disaster Relief Fund is accepting donations to help with the unmet needs of hurricane victims. Contributions can be made online through a secure link. To donate by mail, please send donations to the North Carolina Disaster Relief Fund at 20312 Mail Service Center in Raleigh, 27699. Samaritan's Purse is accepting monetary donations and volunteers. The agency is assisting victims in multiple states impacted by Hurricane Helene. If you are the victim of price gouging, you can file a complaint. The price gouging law went into effect after Governor Roy Cooper declared a state of emergency. To report an incident of price gouging, visit the North Carolina Department of Justice website. The city will host a series of community engagement sessions focused on the Greensboro Community Land Trust, or CLT. Staff will delve into the role of the CLT and how it relates to the interests and contributions of businesses and homeowners. Business owners can learn how their business can engage with the CLT and support the city's goals. Homeowners can join the discussion about options available for those who want to own or repair homes within the CLT framework. Participant sessions are designed to educate those who represent the following areas: mortgage counselors, down payment assistance providers, brokers, realtors, nonprofits associated with affordable housing, builders, and developers. The city looks forward to connecting with each of these groups in an effort to enhance our community. This is an opportunity for the community to collaborate for the purpose of creating sustainable solutions for Greensboro neighborhoods. For more information, visit the city's website. Guilford County Board of Commissioners Chair Melvin Skip Alston will deliver the 2024 State of the County Address. The event will take place at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, October 9th in the auditorium at the Union Square campus in Greensboro. Chair Alston will focus on the theme of Ready, Set, Go. This highlights the county's commitment and proactive efforts in enhancing service delivery, addressing community needs, and moving forward with renewed energy and purpose. The State of the County will also reflect on Guilford County's recent successes and outline key initiatives launched over the past year. Chair Alston said, as One Guilford, we are preparing for the future, advancing strategic initiatives and taking meaningful action to serve our residents. Guilford County is on the move, united, focused, and committed to creating a brighter future together. The audience will include members of the Board of County Commissioners, county employees, elected officials, and the general public. Watch the live stream on Guilford County's Facebook page in addition to Zoom. To stream the State of the County, register online. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
With weight loss. So how do you know if your weight is affecting your health? The easiest way is to calculate out your BMI, or your body mass index. You can do that by going online and entering in your height and your weight. It will give you a number. If that number is 30 or greater, it is likely that your weight is affecting your health. When your BMI is greater than 30, it puts you at much higher risk of things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, arthritis, cancer, and diabetes. In fact, if your BMI is 30 or greater, you have a greater than 300% chance of becoming diabetic. If your BMI is 40, that increased risk goes up to 500%. So if you want to lose weight, the most important thing to start with is to calculate out your resting metabolic rate. That's what most people consider their metabolism, and it tells us how many calories you need to keep your weight the same with a low level of activity. The best way to do that is to take your weight and multiply by 9 if you're a woman and 11 if you're a man. Now that we've calculated out your resting metabolic rate, it's time to figure out how many calories you need in order to lose weight. If you cut 500 calories per day from your resting metabolic rate, you lose approximately 1 pound of fat per week. If you think 1 pound a week isn't significant, you should know that a pound of fat is about the size of a small grapefruit. So losing a grapefruit of fat every week isn't too shabby. Exercising while losing weight is important in order to prevent your metabolism from falling while you're losing weight. Studies show that just 10 minutes a day of exercise 5 times a week is enough to cause health benefits. If you increase that exercise to 30 minutes 5 times a week, you maximize those benefits and you find it much easier in order to keep your weight off. Studies also show that if you exercise more than 30 minutes 5 times a week, you can increase your hunger. That increase in hunger tends to make you eat more calories than you just burned, which defeats the point of exercise for weight loss. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully these tips will help put you on the path for a healthier future. For more information, go to conehealth.com.
The month of October ushers in the fall season, which means we're also embarking on leaf season. We'll remind you of the city's new yard waste collection rules. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Fall is in the air and the colorful array of leaves are beginning to drift through the air. Be sure to follow the city's new yard waste collection rules. Collect your fall yard waste, including leaves, in the 95-gallon gray cart. Additional leaves can be collected in paper yard waste bags. Bundle sticks with natural twine. Up to 10 bags or bundles will be collected from the curb each week, year-round. From November to February, crews will collect up to 15 paper bags or bundles of yard waste from the curb. Leave the Leaves is an initiative where you can leave the leaves on the ground. Leaves provide important habitats for many different species. Compost or mulch your leaves. If you need a second 95-gallon gray cart, call the contact center to purchase one for $65. Remember, leaves should not be raked or blown into the curb right-of-way or street. As a reminder, burning yard waste, including leaves, is not permitted within Greensboro city limits. This includes the use of fire pits. Never miss your collection day. Download the GSO Collects app to receive a personalized collection schedule. For more information, visit the city's website. Creative Greensboro welcomes fashion designer Sasha Woods as the new artist in residence at GROW, the Greensboro Residency for Original Works. The series, The Art of Fashion Project, is open now through November 4th. Ms. Woods and a team of collaborators will lead workshops in modeling, content creation, fashion design, photography, and entrepreneurship within the fashion industry. Outside of the workshop series, Ms. Woods will offer open studio sessions where aspiring fashion artists and content creators can work on their designs or create digital content. The Make and Take events will allow participants to make their own statement accessory pieces from upcycled materials. Sasha Woods is a self-taught accessory designer based in Greensboro and is known for creating unique, handmade accessories displaying a bold editorial style. Woods operates a fashion brand, The Ultimate Junkie, while also working as a certified nursing assistant and licensed phlebotomist. The GROW residency space is located next to the Davie Street entrance of the Greensboro Cultural Center at 200 North Davie Street. To learn more about the residency, visit the Creative Greensboro website. If you are a contractor and operate a minority-owned business, mark your calendars for an opportunity to bid on city projects. The city's Office of Minority and Women Business Enterprise will host a workshop to provide attendees with a list of upcoming city projects. Building Relationships overview of forecasted city projects will take place at Union Square from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Monday, October 14th. This overview is designed to provide businesses, contractors, and service providers the opportunity to connect with city department representatives and explore their prospective contracts. Spanish interpreters will be available as needed during the event. Union Square is located at 124 East Gate City Boulevard. For more information, contact Greensboro's Office of Equity and Engagement at 336-373-7980. Supporters of domestic violence victims will paint the town purple throughout this month. The Human Rights Department is hosting a series of events to raise awareness. Coming up after the break, find out how you can do your part to help someone who may be suffering in silence. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Commission on the Status of Women will host a series of free community events this month to commemorate domestic violence awareness. Joining me now to give us a preview of the events is Dr. Love Jones. She is the Director of the Human Rights Department. Hello, Dr. Jones. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Carla.
Always good to see you. Now, the Commission on the Status of Women hosts a series of events throughout the year. Why focus on domestic violence?
For the Commission on the Status of Women, one of the things that's really important is to uplift the experiences of women. Mm-hmm. Those are both positive and negative. Bottom line is that they want to be able to raise awareness about the experiences of women who have navigated domestic violence or may very well still be in the space of abuse, and uplift the experience but also education and awareness so that people can be clear about the signs, as well as what to do in order to escape the situation, the resources that are available. And so because of the fact that domestic violence is disproportionately recognized as something that impacts women, though we know that domestic violence impacts all people, the Commission on the Status of Women definitely takes it to heart to allow that to be one of their focus areas.
Fantastic. And this is an opportunity for the entire community to play a role, to take a part, to pay attention, and as you said, be educated. So that brings us to the purple tree lighting.
Yes.
It is a purpose for that, and it is significant. So tell us, how does that work?
So the symbolism of the purple tree lighting is to raise awareness of the issue of domestic violence as a whole, but also commemorate the lives lost to domestic violence, and then also celebrate those who have been able to escape domestic violence. And the purple tree lighting is a visual representation that allows people in the community to pass by our city building and not only understand the importance of the occasion or of the month, but also seeing that the city organization supports a body that recognizes the importance of lifting that issue up for the community.
Fantastic. And it's a really nice ceremony. It's an official type of program. People can come out and observe, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And how has the celebration in general changed over time?
So historically, there was one event hosted by the Commission on the Status of Women, and it was much more ceremonious. But over time, there was an understanding that there needed to be different access points for the information for some people who are able to be there in person for some of the events and for the actual information sharing. That's wonderful. But then there are people who have work schedules and other life commitments that don't always allow them to be present. And so the Commission on the Status of Women committed themselves to thinking through a series of events that would allow different access points for members of the community.
Nice, nice. And then speaking of events, you have a whole host of things taking place throughout this month.
Indeed.
So kind of give us a roadmap so we can pinpoint and mark our calendars.
Absolutely. So starting on Tuesday, October 8th, we'll have a lunch and learn in front of City Hall. And that'll be an opportunity for people to gather and recognize the importance of the month at the top of the month, of course. And then moving towards the middle of the month on Tuesday, October 15th, there will be an online presentation, Things That You Should Know. And this is where there will be more specific information sharing about signs, but also how to provide support and resources. The 15th is actually the day that the trees will be illuminated out in front of the municipal building.
Fantastic.
And then on Thursday, October 24th, there will be a solidarity walk, and that will allow the acknowledgement of domestic violence survivors and victims, and people will be welcome to wear purple. and walk the block of City Hall just as a symbolic gesture to show that, one, we recognize that there are people who are still in the struggle. We realize that there are people who have overcome, and we definitely want to commemorate those who have lost their lives and remember the hearts of the loved ones left behind.
Yes.
And so that Solidarity Walk will actually wrap up the Go Purple series on behalf of the Commission on the Status of Women.
And the Solidarity Walks, we do quite a few of those for different reasons throughout the year, and it's really nice when it happens. You have your curated group who are invited and
Indeed.
who are part of a cause, but then people just walking along join in when they realize what's happening and they want to be part and offer up that support. So
absolutely, it becomes its own education point. Even though it's a moment of solidarity, even though it's symbolic in nature, it also piques curiosity.
Yes.
And so with passersby, they ask the question, why are you all together and why are you walking and what is this in support of? And it actually creates a space for people to have dialogue even in the moment.
Yes.
About the importance of domestic violence awareness. So that's another benefit of doing the Solidarity Walk for sure.
Well, this is wonderful. We commemorate this every year. We want to lift up and recognize the work of the Commission on the Status of Women. Violence is never a thing that we want anyone to experience. Exiting is always the most dangerous time for a victim, so we want folks to know that we are here for them, the community stands with them, and we appreciate your department, Human Rights, for raising all of this awareness and keeping us all involved.
Well, we count it a privilege to contribute to such a noteworthy cause, and we're very thankful to all of the community partners who contribute to the month overall. So we're glad to be a part of something that's so important.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jones. Come back and let us know about your other programs.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Greensboro Transit Agency is proud to support voter awareness and participation in the November elections. The Move to the Polls initiative is designed to ensure transportation barriers are eliminated for existing and newly registered voters across Greensboro. Similar to previous years, GTA and Access GSO will join peer transit systems across the nation to offer fare-free public transportation on Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th. This project also offers a nonpartisan, downloadable voter guide providing important election dates and resources to ensure voters are equipped with factual and timely information obtained from both the Guilford County and North Carolina Board of Elections. By visiting the election station webpage at ridegta.com, voters will find resources identifying early and election day voting locations. The Move to the Polls project is provided as a public service by GTA, which includes voter registration at the J. Douglas Gallion Depot and other select locations. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave. Here's some special events happening this week on the town. The initial performance in the Tanger Center's First Bank Broadway series is And Juliet, which runs October 8th through the 13th. This hilarious new musical flips the script on the greatest love story ever told and asks what would happen next if Juliet didn't end it all over Romeo. Learn more and get tickets online at tangercenter.com. The Garden Brothers Nuclear Circus visits the First Horizon Coliseum for 10 action-packed shows October 10th through the 13th. Enjoy this fully immersive experience with breathtaking special effects. The best performers from more than 22 countries will entertain and amaze during each 100-minute show. Find tickets online at gsocomplex.com. Greensboro's Fall Recycle Rodeo is October 12th at the Shiloh Baptist Church. Bring your paper for shredding, household hazardous waste, and electronic waste for free and safe disposal. This event is open to all Greensboro and Guilford County residents. Check out the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov for more information. Game show fans should come on down to the Tanger Center October 16th for the Price is Right live interactive show. You could be one of the randomly selected guests to play for fabulous prizes in favorite games like Plinko, The Big Wheel, and of course, the Showcase. Be the next contestant and find tickets at tangercenter.com. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Nominations are being accepted now through Tuesday, October 15th for the prestigious Voices of a City Award for 2024. The Greensboro History Museum recognizes significant and original contributions to local history. Nominations can be submitted for an individual and an organization. The museum will also accept self-nominations. Submissions for high school and college students will be judged in a separate category. Projects can be as varied as our city to include oral history, photography, film, published articles, books, student research papers, film, and electronic media. Send submissions for the Voices of a City Award to the Greensboro History Museum at 130 Summit Avenue in Greensboro, 27401. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the City of Greensboro. Employees representing multiple departments are contributing to the emergency response in Western North Carolina. Guilford Works offered its 3 career centers as drop-off locations for the collection drive organized by the YMCA of Greensboro. Guilford Metro 911 is managing emergency calls for dispatch. Water resources crews are repairing water mains to restore service. Greensboro police officers are assisting the Asheville police with additional patrols. Greensboro firefighters are providing water rescue, logistics, and GIS mapping. The Equipment Services Division deployed a mobile service unit with a 500-gallon auxiliary fuel tank to keep the city's off-road equipment fueled up. The City of Greensboro remains committed to providing mutual aid to our neighbors in times of a natural disaster. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who has been impacted by Hurricane Helene. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol. Plus, GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.